Hello. It's a bit behind on YouTube. Oh, my hands are cold. Freezing. Just turn the heating on. Come on, YouTube. Oh, hang on. Press start. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So hi, welcome to the stream. It's Christmas Eve. I'm doing the stream an hour earlier. I did post about it on my Facebook page. But yeah, I'm doing it earlier. Um, yeah. And I thought about putting the Zoom link um on my YouTube community tab, so you can get the link from for Zoom on there now rather than just on Facebook. So you can yeah, because someone told me they can't get to they haven't got a Facebook account, so they can't get the Zoom link. So I've put it on the community tab on my YouTube channel now, so you can access it there instead. Um, yeah, I haven't done the Facebook one, but oh. Um, yeah, so welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I haven't got a title um because it was very last minute. So yeah, I haven't got a title. So we'll just see what comes out and then I might title it afterwards. Or keep it as non-duality meeting. Um No, non-duality. What's there to speak about? So, I would show you my room, but my camera's attached to the laptop. I'm just looking at my room. It's all clean and tidy. I've cleaned it. Well, I'd helped to clean it today. It's nice. It's nice. So, non-duality. Mm. So I would be very unhappy if it wasn't for non-duality. I don't even know if I'd still be here alive if it wasn't for non-duality. What I mean is, I don't necessarily, I don't know if I would be, I definitely wouldn't be happy, and I don't know if I'd still be here if it wasn't for non-duality. What I mean is, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be happy if I hadn't have discovered, or if there hadn't been a revealing of of what I am, of what I am. Um, yeah, I wouldn't. I would definitely not be happy, and I definitely, probably, most likely, not would not be here alive. Um, Like if I had to be a just be a person, then I would be suffering. I would be very unhappy. And so if there needs to be a reason, then that would be the reason I would put forward as to why I do this, talk about this subject and write about this subject, is because it is the freedom and the happiness that at least I was looking for, and I propose that everyone is looking for this freedom and this happiness. Um, and so I'll speak about what that happiness is and what that freedom is. So being a person, you are stuck as a person. Sorry, you are stuck as a person. You are stuck as a limited thing, a specific thing, like an individual thing. I am this person. I am this, and this. I'm not that and that. I'm this and this. And this is my story. This is my situation, my circumstance. Um, yeah. And this is what I hope to achieve or move towards. And that seems to be a very practical thing as a human to have this ability to tell a story, to describe and tell stories. But in the world of description, the world of stories, it is in movement and changing, and it's not definite. So you can describe something to someone and they would say, "Oh, no, this is how I see it," or it's not a definite thing, or this is how I remember it, or whatever. So it's not a definite thing, and it's always moving and changing, and it's always trying to move somewhere, move to a future it imagines, move forward, or it's looking back and describing the back, describing the back, describing the past. That's a very human thing. The animal doesn't do that. I'm not sure, or they can't do that. They can't talk about what happened, or you fed me the wrong food yesterday, and I like chicken, not beef, or I like beef, not chicken, or whatever. or it's Christmas tomorrow and I want to have cream or something, or it can't do that. It's a very human thing to have that a faculty or ability to imagine and project forward and remember and create a past through memories and neurons and pictures and but to the unhappiness of humans is to live solely in that realm of description, of words, of thoughts, of past and future. The suffering of a human is to believe in that reality and to be identified and attached and glued to that as truth, as reality. This is who I am, this storyline, this person, this perspective. Where the past is real and the future's real and I am real, and this is the suffering experience of being human. And it's hell. It can be hell. It can be pleasant too. There are fun things, of course, in that in the past and in the future, and it can be enjoyable, but largely, mostly, it's a negative experience, I would say. Constantly seeking to make the future better, make the experience better than what it is, living in that polarity, living in that reality of thought. So, what lots of things, non-duality, spirituality, meditation, what is being pointed to, or what is being the invitation. People often say the invitation in this subject, waking up, the invitation that the discovery is, the suggestion is that that isn't that experience of being human, that experience of yourself as a limited person, identified to the mind, identified to those stories, identified to that experience of separation, that isn't actually the truth, or that isn't the only possibility, that there's something else that is, you could say, overlooked, or that is here, that is looked for, that is longed for, that is wanted. That your happiness, your freedom, your love, that you're looking for in that experience of past and future and me and the world, what you're looking for isn't found in that. What's being looked for isn't found within that reality, thought-based reality. It isn't found in that. And that's huge. That is, that is gigantic. That is gigantic. Sorry. That's gigantic. That seeking, all that seeking, trying to find is actually in the wrong place. What is really longed for isn't in that realm, isn't in thought or experience, past, future. It isn't in that. And it reminds me of Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, talking to that homeless man. You're sitting on the box. You're sitting on it. It's right here. I mean, that's so beautiful. It's right here. People, some people, tend to have a negative view of non-duality, particularly like the people call it Tony Parsons, the modern, Western radical non-duality, of negative view on it. And some of the points I can kind of see why they're saying that, but but that's what really that's what really stopped my breath. Like, oh, that's what really stopped my breath. The like Oh, words like the immediacy, the box is here. You have the box already. So there's this looking out, trying to find, trying to get to whatever the mind's imagining, if it even knows what it is. This seeking, this searching, and to hear this type of message, this type of communication that is pointing so directly to it, so directly to that is wanted, I just think is draw droppingly beautiful. Draw droppingly beautiful. The end of that seeking. The end of that. That what is being looked for is right here. Always. And can only be. Like if there's been lots of seeking and lots of seeking for a long time, then to hear that can be such such magic in it, such relief in it, such like imagine we're well and you're drinking water, like drinking. Just such a powerful beauty in it. Um, well, I've lost what I was saying before. Yeah, I've lost the plot. Mm. Mm. But it's yeah, it's not easy, which is so bizarre to be saying that everything that you've longed for is right here, the box is here, and yet at the same time to be saying, but I know it's not easy. It is very contradictory. It's like the mind, the person, it is, how do you say that? Has had momentum or has momentum. It's built up itself, it's built up its story. And so obviously it wants to keep, it wants to continue on its trajectory. It wants to finish off its stories and finish off its stories, its problems, and solve the problems. And that's okay as well. It's okay. But this water, this well, is like it's not got, so a well has walls normally in a well, but this well is not bounded by anything. It's open and expansive. It's everything. It's everywhere. Doesn't really have a location to it. And so the mind goes off, wants to deal with the story, wants to deal with something, and that's okay. And the water, the water is here always. So it's this remembering all this discovery, all this immersion, this drowning in the water that seems to happen. That seems to be the not easy bit, the part that takes time. But there is nothing else, and there is nowhere else. So there's no hurry. This happens as it happens. And it's just the mind that sees time and the urgencies in the mind. That this is timeless. The universe is timeless. Mm. And so we're all drowning here together. Drowning in this ocean together. So you're welcome to join the Zoom. You're welcome to ask any questions. Yeah. Someone's put in the hi. I can't see your name. Hi. Is the question is this the Tony Parsons message? That's funny. No, this isn't the Tony Parsons message. This isn't the Tony Parsons message. Um, um, no. This isn't a message by anyone. So it isn't my message either. It isn't from anyone. This is the message. That sounds a bit of the this is the message of the universe. Like this is the message of the universe. This is the message of emptiness or not a thing and of everything, of life, of love, of everything. It's not coming from someone. It's coming from nothing and everything. YouTube's behind. What message is it? It like it doesn't. It's not really a message. Like it doesn't have material. It is so nothing. Let's say nothing and everything is speaking about nothing and everything. So nothing and everything is singing and speaking about nothing and everything. That's what the message is. And humans have been having the experience that they are a separateness, a separate soul, being, entity inside the body, limited to the body. And that experience causes lots of unhappiness and suffering, lots of seeking to get out of it. And so this, let's call it a message then, this message of nothing and everything, that's singing and speaking nothing and everything. I suppose I could say is a solution. It's a solution to that experience that humans have. Because that experience humans have isn't true. It's some illusion happening. So nothing and everything seems to have this experience of being something, of being limited, and believes itself to be limited to a human form. And it has all these the brain has all these thinkings, has these thoughts and thinking capability in this body, this human brain. And so it begins to have the feeling and the thoughts, and they like feel to be a real someone in the body having a separate experience. And so on hearing, meeting nothing and everything, speaking about nothing and everything, there's like a remembering is the best way I can think of saying it, a remembering, a resonance, a touching upon something that's been forgotten. It's like a remembering, yeah, a remembering of something that's, yeah. uh, Beyond that experience of being solid here. And so rather than nothing and everything feeling as if they're limited here, and there's just a description, I'm trying to use word to describe it, it feels like this sense of being here begins to melt and dissolve. So rather than nothing and everything feeling as if it's trapped and limited, there's this remembering and there's this dissolving of that illusory position, illusory limitation. It's a remembering you've never been this, you're not this. And this is the beauty and love of non-duality, of awakening. This coming home to what you are beyond this dream of being someone, of being an individual. Can you make me remember it? I don't quite get it yet. Yeah. Obviously, I can't make that happen. No human can make that happen. And I have no idea how it happens, but I can put forward a suggestion of how I think it happens or how I feel it happens, which is this is obviously this isn't a rule or how it has to be. Every human's different, but I would put forward that it happens. This seems to happen by ultimately a falling in love with this. So maybe there's a resonance with it, like a, or maybe it's just an interest at first. It sparks something, and then there's an attraction to it, and that can grow, and it can decline and then grow again and go through all these stages of interest and no, and then all of that. But there's this thing that's been sparked, like it sparks something. It's opening this resonance with this. Yes, yes, yes. Like this opening to it, this love of it. This total surrender to that. So that takes over. It takes you over. It takes everything over. Mm. Yeah. So anyone's free to join the Zoom. If you have any questions, you can join the Zoom. Hi Kelly. Hi Paul. Do you know why so many awakened people are targeted by narcissists. Oh, I don't, I've not heard of that before. I don't know. Does that happen a lot? Have you seen that? Have you heard of that? I've not heard of that or seen that. I don't know. What's a narcissist again? It's somebody who like they only care about themselves. Is that what a narcissist is? They have a highly inflated sense of importance or something. Oh, got some messages now. Trying to stick to Paul. Paul asked something. So, yeah, can you say what narcissist mean? Do you mean people who are like highly inflated egos, highly inflated sense of selves, very like overly narcissist? They think they're the superior. Um, why would they target awakened speak? Do you mean like why would they target speakers? Do you mean? Well, the obvious thought is because they're targeting them in an aggressive way. I think you mean. Um, the obvious reason is because they feel as if how dare you be, they may see it as like above me or something. How dare you be above me? How dare you be competition for me or something? I don't know. Like if you're a narcissist and you think you're the superior, higher than the high, then you would feel that you should be or awakened or you should be enlightened or something or the best person ever or the best human possible. So they're going to probably have lots of anger and hatred towards you. Like, how dare you be above me? I don't know. I'm just speculating here. I think Paul's not answering or responding. I don't know, Paul. Mason, how do you deal with the mundane world that the physical body or an illusory self still goes through daily, still having to talk, pretend, go on with the demands of relationships, etc.? Read that again. How do you deal with the mundane world, having to talk and pretend and go on with the demands of relationships? Um, the mundane world. Mundane. I suppose you mean I'm thinking of things like hoovering or cleaning the kitchen surfaces or stuff like that. You put talking, pretending, the demands of relationships. Um, I think I've found all of those things quite difficult anyway. I've always found those things quite difficult anyway. I mean, um, but I think definitely awakening does make it can make it difficult to um it can make it difficult. Um, but I'm not sure what you mean by talk and pretend. I don't feel as though I pretend as much as I maybe used. Well, I used to pretend. I don't feel I pretend in the way I used to. I feel more as authentic as I've ever felt. To be honest, I feel more real as I've ever felt. Yeah. So that pretending is not something I do as much, very much at all, actually. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to answer that, really. Um, like it's all happening. Going to the supermarket and bringing the shopping in, making meals. Okay. I ask because there is an intuitive resonance with oneness, but I find myself with all this time left to fill and being required to act as if the particulars of life are worth taking seriously. I ask because there is an intuitive resonance with oneness, but I find myself with all this time left to fill. Or why do you feel you have lots of time left to fill? Being required to act as if the particulars of life are worth taking so seriously. I don't know. So here, like, so the particulars of life, like, not aren't taken seriously, but they are as well. Like, so if I need to go and pay a bill, I have to go and do it. If I need to feed my child, I'll have to feed my child. They're still serious. They're still things that need to be taken care of. Like, um, sorry, Mason, I'm not really getting what your question is. Um, yeah. Oh. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to disregard your questions. I just wasn't sure what exactly you meant, that was all. You're free to ask again or say it differently. I just I wasn't rejecting you. I was just saying I wasn't sure what you were asking, like what you meant by your question. So feel free to say it differently or explain more what you mean exactly, what you're asking. I remember having a question of that could be similar, like how do I live? Like the big question mark of how do I live then? How do I live? Maybe that's similar. Oh, it's no problem. I don't really know how to ask it either. Yeah. Maybe it will like maybe tomorrow or later today, but you might get a bit more clarity on what you want to ask specifically. Maybe it will yeah. Yeah. It will filter down to a simple question at some point, maybe. But yeah, I have limited spoons. My energy levels are quite limited anyway. I'm autistic or ADHD, but I'm autistic ADHD. So my energy levels are quite below. I haven't got a vast amount of energy anyway. I run out of steam pretty quick. So I do find some of the jobs quite difficult. Um, the demands of modern living are quite it's too much. Definitely is too much. Some of us need simpler lives. Just simple, just simpler lives. Anyway, just to wrap the meeting up then. Um, I haven't got a title to prompt me, so it just says non-duality meeting. So so this story of you that the thoughts are speaking about, this narration of the thoughts, they aren't good or bad, but they aren't true. They aren't what they're talking about isn't reality. They are thoughts appearing. They are speaking happening in the head, let's say. We don't know where they're appearing, but what has been forgotten is here. It's simply here. Not moving, not changing. It's not a thought. It's just simply here. And it's everything. It's everything that's happening. It's every thought that's appearing. Mm. So thank you for joining the stream. Yeah, I shall see you next Wednesday, possibly at 5 o'clock PM. But I'll let you know. I think I might keep putting the link on the if you join late, I put the link for Zoom on the on the YouTube channel under the communities tab. Um, it makes sense to put it there rather than on Facebook. So I'll keep doing that if that's okay. But people, they find that easier. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try and see. Okay. Thank you. Have a lovely Christmas holiday, whatever you're celebrating, or enjoy the rest, like I am going to. Okay. Lots of love. See you next time. Bye.